Welcome to Praetoria Prime. On January 1st, 2026, the Chris Hedges YouTube channel released the $1 trillion war machine, and with it, a chilling revelation. What if the most powerful force shaping America's future isn't the president, Congress, or even the people, but a self-replicating military tech empire we no longer see? Listen to what William Hartung lays out and feel the chill. The fact is that since the administration of Dwight D. Eisenhower, the United States hasn't been led by a single president, Republican or Democrat, who truly stood up to the war machine. That line nails the spine of the problem. The war machine is no longer a tool. It is a self-perpetuating system that writes budgets, shapes ideas, and buys silence. What Hartung and Chris Hedges get absolutely right is the architecture. Nearly $1 trillion a year, contractors taking more than half the Pentagon budget, think tanks and Hollywood in the same orbit, and Silicon Valley now elbowing its way to the head of the table. But they also force us to ask harder questions the conversation only begins to name. Who benefits from normalizing perpetual preparation? Who polices the policed when the watchdogs sit on contractor boards? Hartung's warning about tech is piercing. He quotes Palantir's cultural arrogance, "We're a bunch of slackers, we're not patriots," and shows how a new breed of entrepreneurs wants not just to sell code, but to rewrite foreign policy. The fusion of Silicon Valley and legacy amplifies ideological hubris, faster procurement, grandiose AI projects, and a manifesto for an arsenal democracy that treats geopolitics like product development. They don't merely supply components to an F-35. They want to be the integrator, the narrative shaper, the policy author. That's in plain sight, and it escalates risk, because tech's messianic faith in systems and data mixes badly with the brute realities of politics and culture. They're also right about capture. Hartung documents how the defense industry owns corridors of influence. Congressional pork protects broken systems. Hollywood sanitizes failure through Pentagon script vetting. Universities funnel talent into weapons labs. The result? Flawed, overpriced programs like the F-35, the Osprey, and the littoral combat ship persist not because they work, but because they fund votes and careers. When members of Congress tell constituents, "I want them in Vermont," you see how patriotism becomes local job blackmail. Where the conversation could dig deeper is strategy. Naming institutional rot is necessary but insufficient. Hartung points to revival, public movements, cross-issue coalitions, job conversion. But the transcript shows how attenuated that opposition has become. The Proxmire, Church, McGovern lineage of oversight is gone. That gap is the vulnerability of democracy. Historically, Eisenhower's caution, Vietnam-era hearings, the spare parts scandals, all forced real reckoning. We need that pressure again. Transparency about lobbying, disclosure when generals go on TV with contractor ties, and a political realignment that makes social investment a vote winner. The moral arithmetic. This isn't only wasted money. It absorbs talent, deepens inequality, shrinks the civic imagination, and conditions the public to accept secrecy and force as first answers. If we accept Hartung's premise, then the response is not tweaks to procurement. It is reclaiming the question of what a nation values. Who benefits today when secrecy is profitable, doubt is dangerous, and dissent is marginalized? If we don't answer that, the machine will keep running, not because it must, but because it can. That's it, my friends. Please like and subscribe to support my channel. You can find more content on my Spotify and on YouTube under the handle @Praetoria Prime. Until we meet again, this was Scipio Americanus of Praetoria Prime News.